let's start winding down. Talking some movies, guys. We've got some great news coming up this week, especially the Oscars, y'all. I mean, some big surprises there, some big surprises. A lot that I didn't expect. But welcome in, guys. We've got a lot to talk about, especially reacting to those Oscar nominations. James Gunn and his DC slate is going to be announced by the end of the month. Lots to talk about there. I mean, lots to think about, lots to predict, guys. There's a lot coming up. And, of course, Shazam 2, which me and Loretto, right before the stream, actually just watched the trailer for Shazam, Fear of the Gods. And let's just say, I don't think it elicited a great reaction out of either of us. It kind of showed too much. But, y'all, I'm not going to keep us holding on here too long, guys. We got to introduce my great co-host, y'all. Marcellus Durden over on Twitter. My guy, Loretto. What's going on, man? How are you?
Good evening. Hello. How are we doing? Obviously, I'm not banging right now. I'm not super excited, but you know what? Hats off to the birds. That's just football. You know, injuries happen, things happen. You win, you lose. On to next year, y'all. I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm hurting inside, but I'm going to keep it smiling. And we do have a lot of fun stuff to talk about, especially the Academy Award nominations, which brings up a lot of juicy things to dissect and analyze. So on to that.
Hey, you guys made it far, though. You guys made it far, man. I mean, you made it much further than my team. You made it further than most people's teams. So you made it far.
Yeah.
Valiant effort for making it that far. Is just unfortunate with the luck there. But, hey, I definitely think your squad is stacked. Kyle Shanahan's great. I mean,
we'll be back, baby.
Good. Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back. But, y'all, we got a lot of people in the house. Daniel Berrios, what's going on, man? I was wrong about All Quiet on the Western Front. I was very wrong. Very wrong. You were right about that. We got a lot of nominations. We are definitely talking about that later. What's going on? Eric Patterson, Rodney Dollar, and Noel Gonzalez with the DC Studios question. A lot of people are predicting Tuesday. Could be tomorrow, but most likely Tuesday, Noel. So stay tuned Tuesday for those announcements. And Rodney, I guess we should get right into our first segment, guys, which is 1 to 10, where we rank 1 to 10 our anticipation for upcoming movies. Let us know down in the comments what your anticipation is. And we're just going to come right out the gate with the hot one here, Shazam 2, with the big question, are we even excited anymore? I mean, the recent trailer dropped, and Loretto, we watched it right before the stream, and not great, but also Zachary Levi. And I don't want to get too political here, but Zachary Levi with that tweet seemed a little anti-vax-ish, and it was just not, it was a pretty off color, I thought. Did not look that great. I was not super into that, but it was something that just contributed to maybe feeling a little fatigue over this movie. I mean, it's been delayed multiple times. It seems like I think it was supposed to have been out by now. So unfortunately, we're in this kind of question answer zone here where are we even excited for Shazam anymore? Like, I'm not even going to ask 1 to 10. Are we even excited anymore? Loretto, how do you feel, man?
Yeah, so I just watched the trailer with you, and I mean, minus the fact they showed the whole movie, there's nothing to be excited for because number one, we don't know what's going on, which we'll talk about a little bit later tonight. Number two, hold on, let me pull up Daniel. And I'm real quick, Rodney Dollar said, Zach Levi is in trouble over what he tweeted. I wouldn't be surprised. Daniel says, were we ever excited? No, exactly. I look, I know some people loved the first film. Shouts out
Yes.
David F. Sandberg. You Leo, our good friend, Amanda, Canon Cinema. I don't know wherever she is in the world, but me personally, I wasn't a huge Shazam fan. I thought it was fun. It was just okay. It was kind of like just middle of the pack for me.
Hey, just okay.
But also going into this trailer and just going into what this means for the universe, I really don't know. It's like when you don't have the stakes, when you don't know what's happening with this universe, when you don't know, look, Black Adam didn't do so well. Is Shazam ever going to meet The Rock? Like, who knows? We don't really know at this point. We have no idea. So at this point, I'm kind of over it. I don't have a lot of feelings positive for Shazam Fury of the Gods, but I will say the CG looks pretty good. I thought for what it was pretty kind of like standard superhero fare in the trailer, but it looked good. The suits look good. I'm glad to see Rachel Zegler, but other than that, there's no enthusiasm for me. If I had to put it at a 10, I'm like at a 4.5.
It's just kind of like at that point where they show most of it in the trailer. Why would we even be excited at this point? Like, I mean, come on. That was basically a 2.5 minute summary of the film. Like, I pretty much learned everything I really needed to know about the movie. If you gave it, if it was just like a video idea where it was like, sum up Shazam in 5 minutes, it would be that with 2.5 more minutes of a few more things that maybe here and there we missed. Like, I mean, come on. It's literally beat for beat, like the first, second, and third act damn near in the trailer. I'm just like, dude, we're seeing all of it. We see Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren's character we see their characters come into the city. Looks like Shazam's got to put some powers or something on the line for his family. Okay. I feel like we're also in the same predicament as the first one. Dude, Shazam's never going to meet The Rock. The Black Adam stuff's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, okay, we got James Gunn's announcement coming tomorrow or Tuesday. Who cares? At this point, I'm just like, who cares? Who cares about that? The Flash movie. Look, I like the first Aquaman a lot. I just don't even care anymore.
Yeah. And I think that's what takes the wind out of these movies' sales. Like, what is it called? Aquaman and the what kingdom? I don't even know what the Lost
Kingdom. Yep.
The Flash, Fury of the Gods. All of these movies will suffer because we don't know what's going on. Is this universe alive? It's why are we watching this? Like, we don't care. Shouts out, Ronnie Dollar was talking about Lucy Liu. She's not going to bring me into that theater for that, just her alone. But Lucy Liu is awesome.
Lucy Liu is great. But I agree with you. I'm just kind of, I'm fatigued by it already, and it hasn't even come out. And it doesn't help that Zach Levi tweeted what he tweeted. So it's just kind of, it's all over the place at this point. It seems like all these old DCEU actors are always getting in some mud and grime, and it's just,
dare I say, Leo, it's nothing new. DC has been a hot mess for a few years now.
Mess. So I you know what though? Here's how I feel about James Gunn's DCU slate. I'm actually excited for it because I hope we just nuke the whole thing, start from scratch. No more. Look, I love Harley Quinn. I love Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. I do. No, her neither. Let's get rid of her. Let's get rid of John Cena. All that. We're getting rid of everybody and scrapping and starting fresh.
Daniel's speaking facts. He's saying anytime he hears about a DC project, first thoughts go to WB, not how good the movie will be. That's the biggest problem. He has no faith. I feel you. WB, it's a mess. It's ridiculous.
It's hard. And they're actually going to, I could bring this up a little bit later in the James Gunn stuff, but they're going to have their own kind of fandom, like where it's like WBD is announcing a lot of their upcoming projects, their movies, the Warner Brothers stuff, and also of course, the DC slate and things like that. So it's weird, but we will move on to our next movie, Boogeyman, which typical horror movie. We saw there was a new clip that debuted tonight with the AFC Championship game, and it looks like nothing new, Loretto. Nothing new.
What's that 80s song? That 80s song, Let's Get Physical. You could sub it. Let's get typical.
I mean, seriously, it's as typical as heck, man. I mean, the Chiefs won.
Wait, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
So when this trailer came on during the game, I was mildly amused. I was like, oh, from the mind of Stephen King. And then we go under the bed and I was like, hold up. This looks like every other 2010 horror film with a bunch of cheap jump scares. And then lo and behold, it was like, rah, Boogeyman. Like, so there's not a lot of fire behind this one. They're trying to milk Stephen King's name, it looks like, in the trailer that I saw. It looks generic. I don't know how this is going to be different from anything we've seen before, whether it's Mothman prophecies or what was the other one? The tall, slender man or Slender Man.
Slender Man.
Like
oh my God. That was so
like
that. So that was an internet creepy pasta.
Yeah. Right.
No business becoming a full-on film.
Okay. I need to vet that. Is this really Stephen King's story? Because I mean,
I don't think so. It's just like, really, man. But yeah, Margot Robbie can't save that universe. Yeah, I mean, perfectly said. I mean, the box office hasn't spoken for that. She's been in 3 movies, and the only one that did well box office wise was the one that wasn't her movie, and that was the first Suicide Squad. So,
wait, I thought Birds of Prey did well. Did it not?
no, it did not.
Oh.
Especially for a pre-pandemic era superhero film, it did not do well at all.
There you go. Daniel did it for me. It's the Bye Bye Man versus the Slender Man versus the Boogeyman versus the Empty Man. We've literally had all these movies in the past 5 or 6 years. Like,
it's literally just like nothing new. There's nothing we need to see. Nothing that we're clamoring and really hanging on with. Man, my soul is crushed right now. I am an AFC West Denver Broncos fan, and the freaking Chiefs just won. Ugh, come on, man. We don't need them in the Super Bowl again.
Shouts out Jamar Chase, though. He was balling. I don't know if you guys saw that 4th down catch in the air. That was beautiful.
Oh, I mean, well, how many yards was it? Like 40-some yards? Like,
yeah, it was and also, Leo, it was 4th and 6.
Yeah, that was huge.
Hell of a play.
Hell of a play. He really did write a short story about the Boogeyman. Okay, is that what this is based off of? We're grasping for straws, aren't we? We're grasping for straws. But luckily we've got some other cool horror films around the corner. I still got to see Skinamarink. I heard that's pretty chilling,
bro. It's something. It's
I can't wait.
Let me just say, look, it's not for everyone. It's a little slow, but it is a visual spectacle that I appreciate. Versus something like Boogeyman, Skinamarink is doing something very unique and very, very innovative.
What I love. That's what
it's innovative.
Love to hear that.
Very, very innovative. And I'm not gonna lie, it got me like twice. It caught me, but you guys got to be patient. It's a very slow burn, I'll be honest. But the underlying factor there is the tension while you're slow burning. It's all about the tension.
Can't wait for that one, man. Can't wait for that one. Skinamarink, there's a lot that looks good. I mean, the next Scream, there's a lot of great horror around the corner. But yeah, that's one that just whatever. That one's just another Slender Man. But puts a smile on his face to see Burrow lose.
Of course, Tyler.
Kelsey versus Kelsey. I'm sick of these Chiefs. Okay. All right. Boogeyman Shazam 2. All right, guys. Let's move on to the main meat and potatoes of the show. I'm going to pass it to my boy Loretto for the roundup.
All right, let's get right to it. To be honest, y'all, there wasn't a whole lot of news to dig into. Most of this will be covered by the Academy Award nominations, but we did get a Violent Night sequel that has been officially greenlit, fresh off of a $75 million worldwide box office haul. And for context, you guys, the budget on Violent Night was about 20 mil. So when you're talking about these independent horror films, these Violent Night obviously was like an action comedy type. If the budget gets like under like 30-20 mil, you could triple double that easily, which Violent Night obviously has. That they've tripled their budget. I'm not surprised by the sequel being greenlit. Also, I love David Harbour as this Santa Claus. He is definitely a Santa Claus that I didn't know I needed. But it's practically Sheriff Hopper with a Santa's hat, and you'll love him for it. I mean, David Harbour just totally just dives into this fantasy role of him being Santa Claus with full set of powers and this like barbaric Viking backstory, which was totally unexpected from me. And also, like, spoiler, I loved Violent Night, so I think this is great. I think this is fun. I'm not sure if we have a franchise here. I don't know how many more times we could see him.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much more they can milk this cow, but Leo, what did you think about Violent Night, and are you looking forward to this sequel?
Hey, I love that Violent Night, y'all. It's like grasping for straws when you're thinking about like action Christmas movies. It's like, all right, like, of course you got the Die Hard franchise. You got several others here and there, but this is a definitive Christmas action movie. And it was a load of fun. I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was actually didn't drag long. It was the perfect runtime. I thought it was fun. I think the action took a little bit long to get into, but maybe in the next one we fix that up with a little bit more of that. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I think one more. We really don't need to drag this out. Santa fights the Taliban. Oh my.
Come on, dude. I don't even know where that's coming from. Where did that come from?
Yeah, it's just like I really think we can get one more and then we're done. Like, let's not.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, like, seriously, I mean, unless he fights like an evil Santa or like the elves uprise against him. I mean, like, how many more things can we do of this violent knight franchise? I mean,
right. It's like
what
one
is he
more
gonna,
will work, but
you know, is he gonna fight a rogue reindeer? I mean,
right, we can't get like 2 or 3. Oh, he's gonna be trying to get Rudolph in the pack of the reindeer. Like, what are we doing now?
All right, Tyler says
Snowman. Yes.
Frosty the Snowman. Hey, look, I don't know if you guys remember Santa Claus 3 had Martin Short as like the wintry Jack Frost type dude.
Yeah.
That could be fun. But look, I mean, how many more stories do we have here? So that's my only question.
I think we got one more.
There you go. And other than that, though, there wasn't too much more to talk about, which brings us right to the 2023 Academy Award nominations. And look, I kind of blew my load when I was talking to Leo about the, when they were announced. I did say that these were perhaps the best nominations in the past few years. But look, the Academy Awards, I will say, look, the Academy doesn't always get it right. I will say that. But I was pleasantly surprised with some of the people that got snuck in, some of the people that were nominated, some of the films that were nominated, pleasant surprises all across the board. And we are going to break that down just shortly. We're going to go category by category. And then later on, we're going to talk about all of the things that caught us off guard and maybe some of the snubs that we thought should have been appreciated more by the Academy. But to be honest, I mean, out of 10, I'll give them like a 7.5 for at least for what they did do. I think what they did do was pretty interesting. So let's kind of get into it.
I think I'm at like a 6.
So we're gonna get into it, y'all. Best supporting actress. It's a loaded field. Look, as a Filipino American, I'm heartbroken that Dolly De Leon from Triangle of Sadness, she's been riding the wave up until this point.
Man.
She's been riding the wave, and she didn't get in. Look, no offense to Jamie Lee Curtis. Look, I think she's great. This is her first Academy Award nomination. Congratulations, Jamie Lee Curtis. You're great. But Stephanie Hsu, I thought, did a much better job acting-wise, and I think that was the lone nomination that Everything Everywhere All at Once deserved. But rounding out the rest of the group here, we got Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon, who was excellent in The Banshees of Inisherin, and of course, Angela Bassett from Wakanda Forever. She's the front runner, it seems. She's got the Golden Globe. And correct me if I'm wrong, Leo, did she win? What was it, the SAG?
Yes.
She won the SAG.
She was nominated for SAG.
She's nominated for the SAG, and she won, I think, Critics' Choice. She's been cleaning up house. So I think Angela Bassett's the front runner here. What do you think, Leo? And how do you feel about the field? There's a lot of actors that could have snuck in here. Were you hoping for a little bit more diversity here, or?
Yeah, I was hoping for somebody other than Jamie Lee Curtis. I gotta admit, like I think that she didn't really have that much to do in the movie. So I thought that maybe someone else could get in there. I don't know. I definitely think that was probably my only like gripe of a pick, but not the worst pick in the world. I definitely think loaded field. I think Angela's got it. Yeah, she got the Critics' Choice. Hong Chow was great, and she was also great in The Menu this year as well.
Yes, she was.
Something
she
that
had
I
me
think
shaking in my boots.
Yeah, I will admit, I think maybe she was a little bit better for me than The Whale, but maybe a controversial take. I definitely really liked her performance in The Whale. I liked Stephanie Hsu. I'm so glad she made it in. I will admit they were reading down the names, and I got a little nervous. I was like, "Are we gonna mess around and not nominate Stephanie?" I thought that maybe they would skip out on her, but I'm so glad that she got into the race, and I think it's definitively between her and Angela. If anybody else has a chance, maybe Carrie Condon, dark horse. But see, I definitely think Stephanie and Angela kind of got the Angela being the highest, and Stephanie.
I think when we get to the final winners of PGA, Producers Guild, and Screen Actors Guild, it's going to say a lot about what the Academy does. But look, if Banshees picks up steam the way it did at the Golden Globes, Carrie Condon could be a dark horse.
Very true. Very true.
And Rodney says he would have swapped out Carrie for Dolly De Leon. I appreciate that love there. But look, Leo, who would you swap for? Because I think Jamie Lee Curtis was great, but she doesn't deserve to be here. Who would you swap for?
De Leon.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a good nomination.
I would have loved to see it. And for anyone that hasn't seen Triangle of Sadness, it's a wicked satire, kind of just playing on the class system of rich and poor and analyzing that through a very, very dark comedic lens. But it's a heck of a film, and interestingly enough, Dolly DeLeon steals the show. I mean, Woody Harrelson's in the movie. The other people are great, but Dolly DeLeon just steals that movie. Rodney says he thinks Angela could win, but we'll see with the BAFTAs and the SAGs. I agree.
Yeah, I think Angela got that Golden Globe, CCA. She's picking up a lot of steam across the board. I think she's got it.
We'll see. And that'll be her second Academy Award if she does get it. Moving right along, we got Best Supporting Actor, another loaded field, but to be honest, I think everybody's chasing Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah.
He is literally riding a wave of awards. He's won almost every single thing I've seen him nominated for, and he's just giving out all these heartfelt, passionate speeches, which I love to see. I grew up on Temple of Doom when he was Short Round as a kid, so I grew up on the Goonies, which I love, and I'm so happy for Ke Huy Quan. But let's round out the field here. We got Brendan Gleeson from Banshees of Inisherin, Barry Keoghan. Congratulations to him. He's a great actor that got his nomination here. Brian Tyree Henry snuck in for Causeway, an Apple TV film. I love Brian Tyree. He is so awesome in everything that he does. I think even just a nomination here, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for him.
Man.
I'm so happy for him. And then we also got Judd Hirsch, who, look, I gotta tell you guys.
That was a weird one.
No, hold on. Real quick. I love this because, look, I didn't love The Fabelmans, but Judd Hirsch, when he's on screen for like 5 minutes, maybe 6.
See, that's an issue.
I get that, but look, he owns it, and I've loved this guy since the Independence Day #1, the very first Independence Day. I think this guy's great. He really just poured a lot into what he had. I love his speech about being an artist and all that, as which you can see in the picture there. It's questionable. Look, we could have snuck in a couple other guys here. But to be honest, like Rodney Dollar was saying, I mean, look, this is probably Ke Huy Quan's Oscar to lose. Everybody's chasing him. If anybody might sneak in, it might be one of the Banshee guys. But Leo, how were you feeling about this set of nominations?
First off, what's up, Kobe? G Kobe P. Good to see you, bro. But yeah, Best Supporting Actor. You know, I think the only question mark I have here is Judd Hirsch. I guess I just expected Paul Dano. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I mean, I guess they gave Jamie Lee Curtis an Oscar nomination, so give him one. Huh? I don't know. I thought that wasn't enough time on screen. And I know that it definitely isn't the first time. I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah. So to speak to this comment here, Judi Dench was in Shakespeare in Love for like 10 minutes and won Best Supporting Actress. Look, stranger things have happened, and I think it speaks to the actor or the actress that wins these things for such short screen time. Because, like I said, I'm impressed when they can own the limited screen time they have, which is why I think supporting category is just an interesting field, you know, versus like the ones that are in the movie the whole time versus the ones that are just almost like a cameo. It's like, how much was their impact felt? How well did they do? I think it's an interesting choice. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't really love it. It's quite a mixed bag, but I'm glad Brian Tyree Henry made it in.
Yeah. And then Colby said it's good seeing Druid and Fastos fighting off and supporting actor. Hey, shout out Eternals. Druid. We need more Eternals love.
2 Eternals actors up here, right here.
Where's Don Lee at?
Love it.
But yeah, no, this is a loaded field. But like I said, Ke Huy Quan is the front runner. It's most likely, I think he's probably going to win it. I'm so happy for him. He's come a long way from his 30-year acting break.
See, John Lee also with the Judd Hirsch.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, John, I think you're right. It might be less than that. I want to time it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rewatch the Fabelmans.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it might be less than that. So, you know, shouts out to everybody nominated. Look, Brian Tyree has been ignored by a lot of other award platforms, and to see him here, fantastic. That was a pleasant surprise for sure. And moving right along, we're going into Best Actor, another field that maybe 2-3 months ago, this was like Brendan Fraser's award to lose. But now we got some frontrunners here. Austin Butler took the Golden Globe for Elvis. We got Colin Farrell, who won for the Golden Globe for Best Musical or Comedy Actor. We got Paul Mescal from After Sun sneaking in here, which I think is fantastic. And rounding out the core group here is Bill Nighy from for Living, a film I haven't seen, but he's a fantastic actor. I'm glad he's got Academy Award nomination on his resume now. I'm gonna be honest here. I think it's between Austin Butler and Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
But if Colin Farrell steals it from them, I wouldn't be surprised.
Dark horse. Yeah. I think
yeah. So what do you think, Leo? What were your thoughts upon this group? Do you agree with the group so far?
Yeah. I mean, I thought I would have liked to see Diego Calva get in for not Banshees. Wow.
Babylon.
Yeah. I'm like, why was it on the tip of my tongue? Diego Calva for Babylon. I would have loved to see him get in, but I do think this is a good rack of actors here. Yeah, I thought Paul Mescal, I did not see that coming. That was something that a couple of people has pointed out and said, okay, this could be a big possibility, and he ended up snagging it. I'm going to have to say this, guys. I'm going to have to say it. A little too white. I'm like, okay, everybody's white here.
Yeah.
I did think Jeremy Pope from The Inspection would have been a nice addition here. Yeah. Also, BAFTA's nominated the guy who played Leo Grand, and good luck to you, Leo Grand. So I was like, oh, we could have spiced this up a little bit. But I will say the actors that didn't make the list are great actors. I do think that it is between, like you said, it is between both Brendan Fraser and Austin Butler, but I'm not counting Colin just all the way out yet. That's a possibility. Like you said, if it can start cleaning up and picking up, like if SAG gives it to Colin, I might have to mess around and switch my sides here.
You know, also, Leo, I have a hot take, and I know you were mentioning him for supporting, but look, I think I loved Paul Mescal. I think he was great, but I think over him, we could have put Dano here. And it would have been just as vanilla as it is right now, but
yeah,
I think Dano was brilliant in The Fabelmans. It's arguably the best performance in the film. Hot take, Michelle Williams and all that. Seth Rogen was great, but look, Paul Dano was awesome. A lot of my cohorts on Twitter agree that Dano's performance in The Fabelmans might have been his best of his career. I mean, maybe even over There Will Be Blood, which I don't agree with, but I mean, it's a conversation being had. So. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, I'm throwing. It's a hot take. I'm throwing it out there. Colby says a lot of people were hoping for Tom Cruise. Yeah, never gonna happen. No.
Yeah, that Tom Cruise one was a stretch. I think I put that on my predictions, hoping it would happen. Definitely didn't happen.
Rodney says Brendan Fraser winning would be a great redemption story. Look, he's right, though. The film has been very, very divisive. It's been kind of so-so with the critics, and it hasn't quite picked up the steam that I thought it would maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
It's not in screenplay. It's not in picture. It's really losing its grip. So I do think it's still possible for Brendan for sure, but I don't know if I can quite, like, if we're sitting down doing predictions, I'm like, I might have to think it out a little.
Yeah. And the odds, honestly, they're low for him. For a person to get an actor nomination for a film that wasn't in Best Picture, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's very, very low.
Yeah, man.
They're very hit and miss with that.
And not to mention you missed picture and screenplay. Whew.
Yeah.
2 big misses right there.
So yeah, that's a category that will be worth watching. We'll see. Will Brendan get it? I'm kind of rooting for him a little bit. We'll see what happens. Moving right along.
We'll get to
got another field here that is super interesting. Obviously, we got Ana de Armas for Blonde, and that's arguable. I know Leo has some feelings about that. Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans. Michelle Yeoh, of course, for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Kate Blanchett for Tar, who is the front runner. And forgive me, the 2 Leslie film. Andrea Riseborough, right?
Yeah, Andrea Riseborough.
For Leslie.
Riseborough, I think it's out. Sorry, I'm like, I just recently learned how to pronounce it. So I think
I was looking it up too. I was like,
Riseborough.
how do I say this name?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations. This is another nomination that came out of left field for me. It's a film I want to see.
Left field.
Have you seen this film, Leo?
Yeah, I just finished it right after the nominations. Actually, I went and watched it. Yeah, it was. Listen, I'll say this: her being on here is not a. It's not a bad move. So that's all I'm gonna say after watching To Leslie. I think my opinion is that Anna and Michelle don't belong here. I definitely think I was like, okay, To Leslie. I watched it. I was like, okay, look, Andrea Riseborough, this was pretty good. I will give it to her. I thought maybe nomination here. I really finished that film and I was like, okay, I think that might be nomination worthy. But there was no campaign, and the campaign was last minute, and it was all like superstars, friends sharing their stuff. And I was just like, okay, that's kind of a weird way to get in, I thought. So I thought that was a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say scummy, but like a little weird to get in that way, I thought. So I thought, okay, her campaign worked, but it was a little odd. But anyway, I will say her performance was good. I'm gonna come out the gate. Michelle, Anna, move over. Those spots should have definitely went to Danielle Deadweiler and Viola Davis. I don't know what these two are doing here. I'm sorry. Michelle Williams, everybody, we all freaked out because she was running for lead actress. Remember, we were like, she should have been in supporting. We don't know what the hell. How the heck? I'm sorry, Michelle over Danielle Deadweiler. Like, I just can't put either of those performances. I'm gonna even say Andrea Riseborough. I can't put her over Danielle Deadweiler, but I would rather her be here than Michelle and Anna. I think that Viola and Danielle Deadweiler both got snubbed to death with this one. That was a huge snub. The Till campaign, I'm sorry, I had to say it. The Till campaign, you guys did not do well. Y'all did not campaign well because she got a SAG nomination. She did not get a Golden Globe nomination. She was not picking up enough steam, and now look where we're at. And Danielle Deadweiler should have been on this list.
I haven't seen Till yet. That's on me. I am going to watch it in the upcoming months. I'm so glad you brought it up, though. Look, Michelle Williams is great. She's a good actress, but she's been much better in other films than The Fabelmans. I totally agree with you. I think that last spot right there could have went to Viola or Danielle Deadweiler, either one. Viola Davis was great in The Woman King, so that was kind of a bummer. I know the Academy does like her, but she couldn't sneak in here. Really quickly, I wanted to highlight, Tyler says, now we know To Leslie exists. See, this is why, Tyler's making the joke, but I think this is great. This is exactly why certain nominations that kind of surprise us, this gets us the opportunity to be like, oh, what's this film? A casual audiences probably have no idea what Causeway or To Leslie or even like Tar is. So It's just the fact that you get these nominations, it does highlight independent films and their artists in the film. So I think that's great. John thinks that Michelle overacted in The Fabelmans. Look, I wouldn't say
criticism.
I wouldn't say that, but I totally hear it. I
thought it was a little method. I don't know if I would call it over.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't call it over, but she was
going there though.
Yeah,
she was going there.
And Rodney here, I want to speak to this. He said if Michelle Yeoh wins, it'll be the first Asian actress to win.
Yeah, that'd be.
But it's been 88 years since the last Asian actress has been nominated, and I just think that, look, on top of Stephanie Hsu, right? On top of Stephanie Hsu and Hong Chow, and then not to mention now we have Michelle Yeoh in Best Actress, which she might have a shot at. I think this is brilliant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look, the Academy has a long way to go in terms of acknowledging other, more diverse actors and actresses in these acting categories. But I think this was a step in the right direction. We'll see. In my honest opinion, as much as I'm rooting for Michelle Yeoh, this looks like Cate Blanchett's Oscar to lose.
Yeah,
I mean, she was so damn good in Tar. If you guys haven't seen Tar, check it out. I know it's hard to find, but it's a really good movie. And Cate Blanchett just like I thought Lydia Tarr was a real person. If I saw her walking down the street right now, when Kate Blanchett is in that zone, I'll just be like, oh, hey, look, it's Lydia Tarr. Like, she pours herself into this role, and it makes you feel like she is a real person. It's amazing. Shouts out Todd Field. We'll probably talk about him later.
Yeah, it was a great. Well, here's the thing: is like the three that I think the two that deserve to be on here for sure did excellently this year. I mean, Michelle Yeoh, Kate Blanchett, both of them really just melded into their roles and really brought these characters to life on screen in a way that really leaves you thinking and gives you just it brings you on an emotional roller coaster ride both of these movies. So I definitely think the two front runners here are so deserving of these nominations. I think that Michelle does have a chance. I don't think we should count her out yet. I think we got to see what SAG does. We got to see where these other nominations go. But I definitely think she's got a chance. She's got some steam. And I'm kind of hoping it could happen. But Jacoby was also agreeing with the Michelle Williams. But once Michelle Yeoh, she's got to
hell
battle
yeah,
Kate
Colby.
Blanchett. I'm with you, Jacoby. She's got that tough battle there. And Kate Blanchett is an Academy favorite. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't know, guys. But I'm not counting Michelle Yeoh out. I definitely think she's overdue. So they could just decide based on that, which I'm fine with that. Go ahead, give it to her. She deserves it.
Really quick before we move on, John Lee said he wishes Decision to Leave actress Tang Wei was nominated. She was so good. I agree. Look, Decision to Leave got no love.
No love.
We're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about that later, but Decision to Leave got completely shut out.
Decision to snub.
Shit. Yep. It hurt my heart, John Lee, but I hear you. I'm right there with you, man. Moving right along, let's go into Best Original Screenplay. And really quickly, we got Everything All at Once, Banshees of Inisherin, Triangle of Sadness, The Fabelmans, and Tar. It's a loaded field. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly don't know which way this is gonna go, and I think the Screen Actors Guild, the Producers Guild, the BAFTAs, it might give some indication of who has the lead here. But I mean, I could see this going to Tar. Todd Field spent over a decade writing and directing Tar. Steven Spielberg helped out with Fabelmans doing it. It's like it's inspired by his childhood, not fully
like semi. It's kinda...
And then he wrote that. I think it was Tony. What's his name? Gilroy. He's a playwright. I gotta vet that for me, please, Leo. And then we also got.
I'm sorry. Who did you ask?
No, I was trying to remember who wrote The Fabelmans with Steven Spielberg. It was like Tony something.
No idea.
But yeah, he's a playwright. He's mostly known for his plays.
No idea. But it looks like Daniel's headed out. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for joining, Daniel.
He thinks Yo's campaign is bolstered by the strength of EAO, and most importantly, his cast as a front runner. I think he's saying that Yo could end up winning it.
Yeah, definitely. And then coming back to screenplay, Martin McDonough wrote and directed Banshees, and then we got the Daniels writing and directing EAO. This is a loaded field for me. I think between Fabelmans, Tar, Banshees, and Everything Everywhere, it could go either way. And this also could maybe foreshadow who wins Best Picture, because we're going to get into that later. That it's just such a loaded field. What do you think, Leo?
I think we've got two clear winners here in either EEAAO or Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay. So you're not giving Tar a chance here?
Nah, I think Tar's got Kate Blanchett going for it.
Okay.
I don't really think it's got anything else major.
Oh my God. Thank you, John. Tony Kushner. Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Okay.
Tony Kushner. He's a playwright and he co-wrote Fabelmans with Spielberg.
Fabelmans. Yeah, there are definitely some parts of that feels like a play.
Right. No, definitely.
There's definitely some dramatic acting there. I still gotta see Triangle of Sadness.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you haven't seen it yet? Oh,
yeah,
dude.
I'm watching that tonight.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you think, man. Look, I didn't even think it would get a Best Picture nom, which it did.
And here it is, huh? I was
but
like, okay.
Look, for what the film is, I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you enjoy
that's
it.
good to hear. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, I actually sat and read a lot of the Banshees of Inisherin, the script, the screenplay, the physical screenplay. It's good. It's really, really well written. I definitely think that that's one of its greatest strengths is its script. So I do think that could run away with it. And then EAO, I think it's got a strong campaign right now.
Oh yeah. I think out of all of the films, and like you said, I mean, comparing EAO to something like Till, EAO has not only just captured the hearts and minds of audiences and critics, but I mean, they're pushing so hard.
They're pushing so hard, man.
It really makes you wonder why some of these other films just didn't back their
Universal
their
always
artists,
backs their stuff up terribly. So poor Till.
Yeah. Moving right along though, let's go into another category that was very controversial in my opinion. Best adapted screenplay. And I think it's really interesting that we got some sequels snuck in here because I guess I've always interpreted adapted as adapted from a novel or a play. So the fact that they're just straight sequels, like they're not really adapting the first movies, you know what I mean? So I thought the addition of Top Gun Maverick and Glass Onion was baffling. At the same time, where else do you put them if you really want to nominate them? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword here. Look, I'm glad Rian Johnson's getting credit for Glass Onion. Good job. But it's just such an odd place to put them in adapted screenplay. It's such a weird thing. But look, shouts out Sarah Polley for Women Talking. I think she totally deserves this nomination. I'm pulling for her to win, but right behind her, we got All Quiet on the Western Front. And then we also have a shout out for Living, which I believe is based on a play as well, or the novel. I think you're muted, Leo.
I think Living is based on like a novel, I think. I can't remember. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
This is an interesting field. I mean, what are your feelings on this, Leo?
I don't know. Like, I wasn't super surprised. I know that I wasn't really too surprised. I am surprised with All Quiet in the Western Front, how much that's cleaning up. But
yeah,
y'all are right. War films, they've been killing it, man. Killing it.
Yeah, it's just so interesting to me. Look, like nothing against Top Gun or Glass Onion. I think they're great. I just find it the fact that they got lumped into this category. I just find it funny. Like adapted from the first movie. I just find that funny. I mean, like, because in my opinion, like Glass Onion, by all means, could be an original screenplay, whether or not it was a sequel to Knives Out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my stance on that. But
lots of sequels, man. And you know what though? Women Talking snuck its way into something.
Yes.
It lost so much steam, and that was nice to see it get into this in picture.
Oh yeah, and I'm pulling for it.
This was you know what? G-Ko be right. Why the hell is Top Gun here? Like, why is Top Gun here?
John Lee said they didn't even mention the country they went to.
Nope. That was definitely like okay, you're right. That one was kind of like a wait, Top Gun?
Yeah. And then Rodney thinks it's gonna be Women Talking. I hope so, because
it could be.
Not enough people are talking about this film. It's been getting snubbed. It got completely shut out by the Golden Globes. Look, Women Talking is a great film. People need to see it, and I'm so glad that the Academy acknowledged Women Talking, very rightfully so. And I'm rooting for Sarah Polley here. Not sure who else could take this from her. Maybe All Quiet, if it picks up some steam. If All Quiet wins Best International, maybe it steals this. But I'm rooting for Sarah Polley and Women Talking.
Yeah, Women Talking was like really, really good. It did not get all that I thought it would get. I thought it'd be in score. Thought maybe cinematography. Okay, can I tar in cinematography and editing? The hell? Like, I was just like, okay, I don't think that really. You're telling me tar over the Batman?
Right.
In cinematography? Right. I was just like, okay, I definitely don't see that being better shot than the Batman or Pinocchio or any other movie that was deserving of cinematography.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what it is.
Cinematography was a weird one this year.
No, it seems like the Academy is enamored with tar. It just seems like it received
Love
a ton
Tar.
of nominations. So
Yeah, Tar and All Quiet swept up in EAAO. Sweet.
But in that regard, though, nominations doesn't always mean wins. I mean, look at The Irishman.
100%.
Did The Irishman win any out of like their 10 or 11 nominations?
Didn't win a single thing.
Right, they had like 10 or 11 nominations, and The Irishman didn't win a single thing.
Well, let me double check. I'm gonna go ahead and double check that.
But while you do that, let's move right along to the field that most people will be paying attention to, at least casual audiences. This is the one that grabs their attention, right? So let's get into it. Best Picture. We got Elvis. Triangle of Sadness. Holy moly. I don't even know where that came from, but good for them. Women Talking. Hell yeah. I think that's fantastic. Banshees of Inisherin, of course. Everything Ever All at Once, of course. The Fabelmans. All Quiet on the Western Front, picking up a lot of steam. Avatar: The Way of Water. Tar, and holy moly, Top Gun Maverick. And look, I think what I'm starting to figure out here is the Academy. I feel like they give the audience one or two. Like, they'll give us a Black Panther, or they'll give us like a popular movie that they think might just attract our attention. And I think this year
and Avatar.
I think this year it's Top Gun and Avatar, just throwing in the popular movies of the year, the ones that got audiences in the seats. And I think, for better or worse, that's actually a good thing. I think, of course, they're not going to win. That's just a nomination. But I think the fact the Academy acknowledges that the audience and the world like these films, I think that's important. I think it warrants at least a spot if you're going to give us 10 nominations, maybe not for 5, which they used to do. But it's an interesting conversation. Leo, did you find out any news about our... Did The Irishman win anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't win a single thing.
Amazing. Nominations don't mean a thing. You could just get nominated for like 15 Oscars and not win one.
I think that might be the fate of All Quiet on the Western Front.
Right.
I think it might pick up maybe one or two of those technical, but I don't think it's going to just like sweep through. And like, I don't foresee that.
So let me just preface this conversation by saying that a lot of these films, I'm not going to lie, they're in my top 10, top 15. So this is great. I think the field is great. I'm really, really happy for Women Talking, like I've already stated. Leo, what about you? What do you think about Best Picture?
Very happy for Women Talking. Did the Fabelmans really have to be in here? I like the Fabelmans. This is coming from somebody who did like the Fabelmans. I really was like, I don't know if it belongs. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if that belongs.
The Academy, the critics, worldwide, people just love Spielberg, right? So
they do, man. So of course it would sneak up in there. But All Quiet, surprising, but yep, made it. It was a good movie too, by the way. I really enjoyed All Quiet on the Western Front. Only one I haven't watched is Triangle of Sadness. I do think most of these films belong. Elvis, I think, got ruined by Tom Hanks. So
yeah, no, but honestly, I really liked Elvis. So
good. I liked Elvis. I thought Tom Hanks, though, what a nuisance, man. That character was a nuisance, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw the trailer, I couldn't figure out his accent. He almost sounded Jamaican. Like,
yeah,
it almost sounded like Tom Hanks, man. I was like, yo, what
like,
is he
what
saying?
Are you doing,
like,
bro?
So I mean, I don't disagree with you there, but Austin Butler was great. I thought Baz Luhrmann, who this is a director that I'm not terribly fond of, he impressed me with Elvis. I thought that his style worked for the film. I really liked what he did with it. But yeah, I mean, this is an interesting field. I think Rodney here says Everything, which I think is the front runner. I think in terms of popularity and critical consensus, I think Everything could be a shoo-in. But like I said, Producers Guild's gonna say a lot. Producers Guild has predicted like 18 of the last 20 Best Picture winners. So we'll know a lot more once Producers Guild gets out, once SAG gets out, once BAFTA gets out. But I mean, I don't see anybody stealing this from Everything Ever All at Once, besides maybe Banshees if it picks up the steam. What do you think, Leo?
I'm surprised no Cameron and director. I do think Best Picture, I do think it's going to everywhere. I don't know, man. You never know. They might just hit us with Tar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where I wouldn't put it past me, or I wouldn't be surprised if the Academy threw us for a loop and just had somebody really random winning here.
Yeah, right. I
But-
think there's potential for a dark horse pickup here.
Yeah. But I'm not getting any like strong readings from anybody. I mean, like maybe Elvis if Austin Butler wins Best Actor. I mean, but
Maybe. I don't know if that'll win picture.
yeah. But hey, look, Green Book won, right? So we can't put it past the Academy to get this right.
Can't stand that Green Book, man.
but you know, I want to move right. Oh, looks like I missed that slide there. But I did want to kind of get to any like snubs or surprises that we had.
Here, real quick, John Lee was asking about that Super Mario TV spot with the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong voice. It sounded pretty good, man. Did you check it out, Lo? Did you see it?
No, I actually missed it.
It wasn't too bad. Seth Rogen sounded pretty good, but you know, snubs, absolutely everything Woman King, man. Like everything Woman King, just snub across the board. No Lashana Lynch. Okay, so see, there's somebody supporting actress, I think. Jamie Lee, another one you can cut out Jamie Lee's spot for. Potentially, you could have just had Lashana Lynch. You could have even had the younger actress in that movie. It's a little bit of a shame that one got snubbed so hard. Danielle Deadweiler, Till. Come on, man. Gina Prince by the Wood for director. I mean, just snubs all around for blacks in main categories, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I agree. I love the Woman
see.
King. I rated it very highly. I thought Viola and Lashana were great in it.
Great.
Yeah, and Gina Prince Blythewood did a fantastic job, especially with the PG-13 rating, but also keeping the violence very brutal and very much in your face, but still keeping it within the PG-13 rating. I thought that was impressive.
Absolutely brutal, guys. I mean, seriously, they kept it really brutal with really great combat choreography. And I love what she brought out of every single actress in that movie. Just fierce, ferocious, but at the same time, poised and calm. Just such a great freaking movie, dude, that got snubbed across the board. Till for sure snubbed. Just a lot of snubs there. RRR. It sucks that India did not push it to be its film. I didn't see the film in India, though, so I can't quite say, but Decision to Leave. Wow. Finally checked it out, Loretto. Freaking awesome.
Park Chan-wook, like if he ever could have got a nom for Best Director, I think this was his
would have been good, man. It would have been this would have been a great shot here. See, there's another problem with the director category. I'm sorry, the director, the actor, just a little too white. Like I think we could have easily diversified those categories a little bit more. I think I'm looking at director and I'm like, okay, Todd Field, yeah. Spielberg, though, I know. I guess I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know,
Ruben
John
Östlund,
brings up an interesting point here. He hopes they don't go with the boring choice of Fabelmans for Best Pick.
Please don't.
But I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, they got the Golden Globe, so
can't wait to see the trailers play for that Super Bowl halftime, baby. Yes, that'll be awesome. Now, I think they'll play the Flash there too. But yeah, Lo, those are some snubs I thought for sure. Woman King across the board, Gina Prince by the Wood, black people across the board.
Like, I agree.
Snubbed out, man. Snubbed out. Blacks just got snubbed out this year, y'all.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, like not to like beat a dead horse, but I'm just really surprised Dolly De Leon didn't get in. I thought for sure she'd sneak into this one. So,
any other snubs or surprises you thought?
Yeah, well, I mean, you already brought it up. I mean, I thought Decision to Leave was a shoo-in for Best International, at least a nomination. But you know, so that was probably like my most egregious.
I think I remember about this. The Naomi Aki. They thought maybe she would make it in for I Want to Dance with Someone. Yeah,
also,
no way.
While I have it, I'll just shout out Claire Foy. Look. The odds are against anybody in Women Talking because
for real,
because no one has been nominating any of them. But Claire Foy had my heart in Women Talking. I thought she was great.
She was amazing, dude. Her, Jessie Buckley
was fantastic.
Rooney Mara.
Yeah,
I thought those three were amazing. I was surprised.
No love,
nothing, none of
anything. BAFTAs, Golden Globes, nothing.
Golden Globes, nothing. SAGs, nothing. I was just like, geez, man, not even the SAG, nothing. No Claire Foy, even just.
Right.
I thought maybe that she would sneak in that supporting actress. So okay, some more. We're covering some more supporting actress. Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley, they're right there. Jamie Lee Curtis, man, that should have been somebody else's spot.
And look, Rodney is speaking facts here. No woman for best director.
That's bad, man. That's bad because we had women talking. Where She Said, Woman King. What else? After Sun, all directed by women. And
After Sun was fantastic, by the way. I'm actually kind of bummed it didn't get screenplay if I had to add another surprise.
That would have been a good one to sneak in there. Thanks for coming by, Noel. DC Studios. Probably going to be Tuesday, man. Probably Tuesday. But appreciate you pulling up, friend. We're definitely getting to that next. This is a good question here. What trailers do we think will be at Super Bowl?
I think we covered this a couple shows ago, but I mean, for sure, The Flash, right?
Yeah, The Flash, Mission Impossible.
The Flash.
You might get another Transformers in there.
There you go. And I feel like Ant-Man's pretty strong already, so maybe they might push something else. Maybe.
Yeah, we might get maybe a Secret Invasion with the release date drop of like May. Like then they're like, okay, Secret Invasion drops in May. I can see it being something like that. What up, Nighthawk?
Very secretive.
Got that black square going.
But he's on a covert mission.
But yeah, I definitely think Transformers, Mission Impossible.
Rodney over
Fast X. I mean,
he said, "Roll your eyes," but it's coming. And how long can that franchise run? I don't know, Rodney. It ran out of gas already for me.
It's out of steam.
That franchise has broken down. I'm over
that shit's been on the tank on that franchise has been on empty. Okay, sheesh, because this is just But okay, let's move on to real quick. Instead of movies of the week, guys, we are going to talk about the James Gunn DCU new slate that is supposedly going to be announced, Loretto, either tomorrow or the day after, because James Gunn did promise that he would announce something before the end of January. So he said that he's going to announce the upcoming slate for DCU and the new upcoming DC Studios movies. Now, apparently, some fumblings and bumblings have been saying it's going to be a recording. And that is going to be similar to maybe something like Disney. Like, remember when Kevin Feige did the first Disney Plus day and it was all like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all that stuff? Maybe it's going to be something like that, man, where Gunn comes out and it's a recorded thing on the lot, and he's announcing all these new movies. Now, I definitely think we're going to be, I heard that too, Nighthawk, that he might announce it tomorrow, Tuesday. We don't really know. But I think, Loretto, we're definitely going to see Superman. I think Superman is going to be announced. I don't know if we'll see the actor, whatever, but I know that he's going to talk about his Superman movie. That's definitely going to be a part of it. But some others that could be a part of it, man. Green Lantern. I don't think the Wonder Woman is all the way out. I don't think that that's all the way out here. We may have a different Wonder Woman, but I definitely think they got to get to the Trinity sooner rather than later, man. You got to get these big, heavy hitters in. You can't just leave them out and be like, we're going to do Superman and then we're going to do fucking Calendar Man. Like, no, you can't do that. If you're going to do Superman, I feel like we got Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Green Lantern. Now, here's an issue, and I'm going to ask you, do you care about any of the other ones coming up? Like Aquaman, The Flash, Blue Beetle, do you even care?
I'm checked out. And that's why, I mean, I said it in the beginning of the show. WB is kind of shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, I could give two craps about Aquaman or Flash or Shazam at this point because I know that universe is not, it's ending. So I just don't have any stake involved. So
I will say, I heard this today and it might be, I think there's a little truth to this. Maybe Gunn should have waited until the next year. Because if you think about it, he announces this now. Okay, we're going to get a new Superman. Okay, so let's just say theoretically we get our hopes and dreams. Okay, we get a Superman, we get a Wonder Woman, some Bat Family or Batman or whatever, Teen Titans, Green Lantern. We just get like a list of just amazing properties, right? okay, I'm hype about that, but I don't give a damn about Ezra over here as Flash. I don't give a damn about. And you know what? This is actually a really good point here from Rodney. DC hasn't technically fired Ezra. Also, nobody said Gal Gadot is officially out.
We've actually acknowledged this a couple shows ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think that's a big deal. I think the fact that they're not kind of like shunning or like firing Ezra Miller at this point, it's because they want the box office to survive, which is baffling. It's baffling just based on the fact that James Gunn's going to announce something. I think you're right, Leo. I think he could have waited. What is that going to do for this current slate of films? And if anything, it's just going to doom the box office of all of those films we mentioned.
Now, while I'm hype as hell, I'm worried about the upcoming slate that's coming, but I definitely think, Lo, what's like something that you would like to see DC do? And it could totally be another Superman. It could be another Wonder Woman. What's like one movie?
Oh, no, 1000%. I would love a proper Green Lantern. Look, nothing against nothing against Ryan Reynolds or whatever that film was.
I don't know if it was Green Lantern.
It didn't quite hit the mark. And look, I like Ryan Reynolds, but I don't think he was the best choice for that role. It just didn't work. So that's just what it is. It just didn't work. I also, this is a show I grew up on. I would love to see a proper Teen Titans. I mean, nothing against the show. I haven't really gotten into it, but I'd love to see a live action Teen Titans done proper. That'd be fun. But, I have a question for you, though. Like, what are we doing with Robert Pattinson? Is he the new Batman? I mean, what?
Yeah, so he is in that Matt Reeves universe, but there's no confirmation of if that's going to be connected to the DCU or not. And I don't think it is.
I see that's fine. But at the same time, I think that's something James Gunn should address.
Yeah, and I think he did say something about it. Like
he's got to have a Batman. But at the same time, I kind of like Robert Pattinson being his own thing. So
yeah, that's how I feel too. It's like I kind of like that being off on its own. Like, kind of want that to stay on its own in its own lane. I want the Joker stuff to stay in its own lane. Nighthawk saying saw a photo of Danielle. What's her name? The girl who plays Ratcatcher.
She was great. Yeah,
she was great. Saw a photo of her, take a picture next to a Wonder Woman cutout. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be the new Wonder Woman though. There's a couple of little birdies flying around saying that, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. But she was great at Ratcatcher, and I would love to see those characters come back. But I think if I had my way with this, I would just nuke it all and start afresh. Get to the end of Aquaman, Flash, whatever it is that's going to reset all this, get to the end of that, and then we can speak on some new stuff and get to new things and move on to greener pastures. But man, I think my wish list, Lo, Titans, Green Lantern, Young Justice, let's see, Wonder Woman, Superman. I guess if you had like a phase one, I would be like, okay, Superman, Young Justice, Teen Titans, Green Lantern. And then we can move on to another, or it could even be, we could even throw in Wonder Woman, Booster Gold if we wanted to. But
I'm also curious, maybe he'll acknowledge it, but where the heck is Blue Beetle in all of this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Is Blue Beetle going to be a part of the new universe, or like?
I think he's part of the new stuff because he did say that he was like, okay, yeah, Blue Beetle's still coming out. We're still doing all that. I think that's part of the newer plan. So maybe feel like
John brings up a good point.
If I was an actor, I would want to see how everything plays out before I get into that universe. Amen. I mean, I'm only seeing Shazam and Blue Beetle, Nighthawk. That's what he's saying.
No, and that's interesting because I feel like when you're an actor, obviously you'll just take whatever comes and maybe you'll get that check. But John has a good point. I mean, DC is not the best superhero franchise to attach yourself to. So,
no, it just seems to be so confusing. But I definitely think Gunn's plan will be something more ironed out than what we've seen in the past. I definitely think we'll have something that symbolizes a little bit of hope in the future of DC. So hopefully whatever we see will be to our standards. Like I just hope it'll be good at this point. I'm the same as Rodney. Wish that Batgirl hadn't got cut. How's about this, guys? What if they do unveil in that plan that Batgirl is in it? And what if that was like the whole plan? It was like, okay, we were just gonna move it into our new thing, like it was never canceled. What if that was like a whole like hoax thing that they did? That would be crazy. Now I know I'm reaching there, but what if they were just like, yeah, like Batgirl's actually in our new plan, guys, and that's gonna be one of the first couple of movies.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's possible, but I would love that. Like that would be the coolest thing WB has done in a long time.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, I think it would be salad, as one would say. But we did have one WTF moment of the week with the Timothy Chalamet. I didn't have the video though, so let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Timothy Chalamet was recently in an Apple TV Plus ad. Let's see if I can find. Oh, there it is. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and real quick. Oh, okay. Well, check this out while low. He'll be right back, y'all. I've heard rumors that the Blue Beetle test screenings have gotten good reception. Yeah, who knows? I mean, it does depend on, of course, how it hits us, but I definitely think the Blue Beetle has a lot of promise. It sounds like the movie that they are making is very much based on the Blue Beetle that's in Young Justice. So it sounds like they're really going with that version of the character, which was a very popular and really well written and well done version of the character. I think that if anyone could play him, it is Jolo Marduena. I think that he was great in Cobra Kai. I really love the charm that he brings to the screen. So I definitely think he's got a lot of potential in the Blue Beetle role. But I really am hopeful about that one. And I don't know, man. Maybe, guys, it's very possible that they will bring back Batgirl. I mean, remember James Gunn was having the meeting with the directors and things like that. James Gunn against Kevin Feige has the shotgun ready, bang, bang. Yeah, James, I mean, look, I like the idea of James basing his universe off of Young Justice and Justice League Unlimited. See, I definitely think that's a big possibility. Think about it. Instead of having to have like a Robin, a Beast Boy movie and all that, you just have like a Teen Titans. Then we can go into Young Justice from that. Blue Beetle, Batgirl, those things can form up Young Justice. I mean, we can go in a lot of different directions with that. So I definitely think we've got a lot to look forward with the DC movies. What up, man? All right, you ready for that WTF moment? Uh-oh.
Oh, we good. We Gucci.
All
How you doing?
right. Good. All right, let's check out this Apple TV Plus ad featuring Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Wow, Apple. This picture.
So amazing, right?
Yeah. I was in 2 Best Picture nominees last year.
Yeah, no, I know that. You were great.
Yeah, you think so? Jennifer Lawrence. Selena Gomez documentary. Why don't I have a documentary? Best comedy on TV.
Ted Lasso.
New TV. Severance is weird. I could do weird. Blackbird. I guess I could do prison. What's going on, Jason?
What up, Timmy? I just wrapped my new Apple Series Chief of War.
Wait, you have a new Apple show?
At this point, who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't at this point? Like you just said. It's just Sudeikis with a mustache. Scorsese, DiCaprio, De Niro. Hey, Apple, call me.
Yeah, you like that one, huh?
I have so much fun with it because I mean, minus the fact that people are like supposedly sick of Timothy Chalamet on the internet. Like, oh, he's in everything. Oh, he's so annoying and he's so this and that. I love that he just kind of play into the fact that he's like this. Oh, I want to be in everything kind of guy, and he's like sad that he's not in any Apple shows
right.
or films. And I just love the joke. I think it's great. I think it's I had fun with it. I thought it was hilarious.
Nicole Kidman would be like, "Oh hell no, hold my beer." Oh my god, yeah, it was very like inside baseball, and it was like I told Lo before this. It felt like all of us film Twitter and film tubers just like wrote an ad, and that was it.
Yeah,
AMC ad, but low budgeted. Yeah, it definitely feels like a little offshoot of that ad. It's very well done, but yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think that he is in a lot. He's in a lot of stuff, but I will say I'm looking forward to that.
That's the funniest thing is that as successful as he is, he's over here like, I wish I was in an Apple project. That's what hooked me. Like that's what hooked me. I was like, like he's got it all, but he doesn't have Apple.
Yeah, they're probably on the phone with him as we speak. I wonder if he's going to be an Apple movie or show. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it eventually. He might even appear in that Killers of the Flower Moon. Maybe he'll pop up. But yeah, guys, we are wrapping up here. Loretto, let the people know where they can find you and what's coming up on your side of the pond, man. What's going on?
Sure thing. So you can follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd at Marcellus Durden. I got a lot of short reviews in my letterbox of everything that I've seen. I got to update, to be honest, but you can find me there. And also, proud to announce, aside from being a reporter and critic for the Cinema Spot, I am now also going to be editing. I am an official editor for the Cinema Spot. Check us out at the cinemaspot.com.
Ooh, congrats.
Thank you, sir. I have reviews out for Megan and the Pale Blue Eye. I have some upcoming reviews for Broker. And I'm actually going to step aside from Women Talking. I don't think I'm the right person to review that film, but we'll have a lot more great films and editorials to be found on the cinemaspot.com. Please keep an eye out. I also have a top 5 underseen films of 2022 on there as well. A lot of great stuff. Please check it out.
Guys, be sure to check out that great content. And y'all, if you're on Geekly Goods, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Guys, we got a lot coming up. We've got reviews. We've got Magazine Dreams from Sundance. There is a review in the works for that. Cooking, y'all. And we also have this week, M. Night Shyamalan's new film, Knock at the Cabin. I will be checking that out a little bit early.
Nice.
Begrudgingly.
Really? Wait, hold up. You're not a Shyamalan fan?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
After The Last Airbender, I cannot stand Shyamalan after that. Ooh. Not to mention Glass, what else? What else was the last one? Old. But I'm hearing really good things about Knock at the Cabin, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. We'll have a review for that one.
Wait, how did you like The Visit or like Split or
Split was good. The Visit was okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got some good stuff.
It's good. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Shyamalan fan, but definitely an acquired taste. Definitely.
That Last Airbender got me just yuck. All right, y'all. But hey, like I said, if you're new, hit that subscribe button and come on back for some more content, y'all.